I'll say it's week by week. But one thing I try to do is no matter what the performance, the good and the bad, it doesn't translate to now. So, I mean, whatever we did on offense last week or the past couple weeks, it doesn't translate to Missouri. So we got that on to the next mentality because if you keep trying to live in the past, you're not in the present or anything like that.
Speaking about that mentality, we talked about how you're able to keep things level-headed. I know they got a lot of noise around you, a lot of Heisman talk. How are you handling it, and how do you keep yourself moving?
I mean, I just give thanks to God for everything. Without Him, I wouldn't be in this position. I give thanks to my teammates, the O-line, everybody, just believing in me, making plays. But I mean, on a day-to-day basis, I mean, you hear stuff like that, but, you can't really listen to the noise, listen to the hype, because as soon as you start believing in that, that's when God will humble you.
Is it the same with the negative, too, when you lose a couple of games and all that stuff's out there? How do you stay away from that as a team?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it goes both, the good and the bad. What happened last game is what happened last game. You can't bring the good or the bad to this next game. So, I mean, me personally, I have a 24-hour rule. It's like, 24 hours, you can think about it, dwell on it, feel however you want to feel. But as soon as you wake up the next day and 24 hours hit, it's on to the next. And that's our approach that we did today at practice, with the team, the coaches, everybody. So we're on to the next. We're not really worried about what happened in the past.
Probably no one in the West is going to go undefeated, so you could still win the West and go to the SEC championship, right? I mean, is that your goal, team leader now? Let's start one game at a time and try to make this happen.
Yeah, most definitely. It's refocusing. Like I said, something could happen in the West. Especially in the SEC. You never know week in and week out. A team that you don't think is going to be the team might be the team. So, as long as we go in there, we refocus and we have that one game at a time, one play at a time, I think we'll be solid.
I miss the players. I miss people, not necessarily the players.
You're not going head-to-head with them, so to speak, but what can you say about their quarterback and the way he's playing right now?
Yeah, he's playing lights out for them. Getting the ball in the playmaking hands. He's doing his job. That's what they ask him to do. When the plays are there to be made, he's making the plays. And he's giving those guys a chance. They got a young receiver in Luther Burden, special receiver. So, when the opportunities to go and he gives these guys a chance to go make the plays, they're making it for him.
Coming into the year was kind of running back by committee for you, but it looks like Logan is kind of taking the lead, getting close to 20 carries and whatnot. What kind of job has he done?
I mean, he's done a great job. In the pass pro, in the running game, he runs very hard. And I'll say that's what all our running backs, they run very hard, and, he had the high hand. You keep rolling with the high hand. So, Coach Frank does a great job with developing running backs from Logan to Josh to John Emery to even the young guys, Caleb Jackson, those guys. So, kudos to Coach Frank and what he does in that room and how he gets those guys prepared.
Walking in today, I heard you'll have really loud music going on. Was it more loose and fun practice today?
Yeah, I mean, we still had to get our work done, but everybody wants to have fun. That's the main thing with football is it's just finding that joy. As soon as you lose that joy, then everything else becomes miserable. So it's having fun. Getting guys back. Uplift the spirit, positive spirit. So we're moving on. Everybody attacked and approached practice today.
Jayden, you mentioned Luther Burden as a special player. You got a couple special ones here, too. You look at the SEC stats. Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, pretty much at the top. What's it like playing with those guys and knowing, hey, if I get in trouble, I can just throw it up to those guys and they'll make a play?
Like you said, special players, it's a blessing to play with those guys. With such a talent, Brian Thomas, that big of a guy that could be able to move like that. Malik, being explosive like that, getting those guys the ball in their hand. And they make plays. They make tough contested catches. So I'm blessed to be able to play with them. They come to me, they get man-on-man, one-on-one coverage, man-to-man. They want the ball. Just give them a chance to go make a play, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to make it.
Brian specifically, his personality, right? He doesn't say much of anything, but his improvement this year. What do you think has led to such a surge with him this year?
I mean, he just had the opportunity to go out there and play. Last year, he's kind of in that role of, rotating This year he attacked the offseason. You know, we all did. Me, him, Malik, Kyron, Lacey, even the young guys. You know, they watched us work, and we just attacked the offseason, you know, with how we wanted our season to be. We knew we had a special group, even from spring to fall to now. So it's all about, you know, the work that we put in the off season. You know, it's showing up. You know, we got to keep building on it, keep improving, keep getting better week in and week out.
As a mobile quarterback, you know, you got that desire to want to get extra yards. How do you be able to flip that switch to go from quarterback to running back and go vice versa?
I mean, it's just an instinct thing for me. Whenever the opportunity is there to go take the yards, if we need a tough yard, we need it's third and long, we need a first down, we got to go get it. That's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, it's not really like a mindset thing. It's just an instinct and a feel thing for me.